Hey everybody, this is Mike. Um, I just wanted to upload a video about. Um, I was this video was inspired by the fact that I got to finally speak to my son, who is 13 years old now, for the first time in 2 years. Well, almost 2 years, like a year and a half. I haven't spoken to him in that long, and I haven't seen him in almost 2 years as well. Now, this isn't the first time that's happened. That happened a long time ago when he was from the ages of 4 to 6. Now, this video is not about bashing other people or saying whose fault it is and all that kind of stuff, right? Pointing the finger. There's two sides to every story. No one's innocent, and more than likely, everyone is guilty. So, what I'm actually here to share with you is more of like just to kind of give you guys some encouragement. If you're like me and do not get to see your child. Now, it's a it's a heartbreaking thing, and it sucks to say, but to some degree, you get used to it, and so do they. Um, I'm not proud to say that I kind of grew up the same way, but not exactly. I didn't really see my father all the time, but we did. I did know who he was, and we did see him periodically, and I did eventually move in with him later on. But in this situation, there is always another side to whatever pain you're going through. If you don't get to see your kid right now, perhaps, it might not be for a good reason, but perhaps it's for a reason. Maybe there's something that you can't give, or something that you're just not aware of, that is probably, you know, not beneficial for the child to be around right now. Even if somebody else is keeping your child from you, you see. It sucks to have a kid and to have that be, at least in my case, pretty much the person that I love the most in this world. My son is probably the person that I love more than anyone else. Um, you know, when you don't get to see your child, it hurts your heart. It damages you, and sometimes it can cause you to inflict harm upon yourself, whether that's through drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever, those kind of things. It can just cause you to act out when you don't get to see a part of you and experience a part of you and watch that part of you grow. And they want the same thing. Usually, if you're not like a terrible person, your kid wants to be around you too. So I'm just here to tell you that, you know, I can't tell you when it's gonna happen, when you're gonna see your kid again or whatever, because I don't even know. I don't even know when I'm gonna see mine. Honestly, no idea. All I know is that I have faith that it will happen, and that when it does happen, I'll be overjoyed, and so will he. Now, luckily, when I was with him, see, that's the other thing I wanted to say. Um, if you do get a chance to be around your kid, right, and you got a feeling that it might not last, something's gonna happen, and you're not gonna be able to see your kid, whether it's somebody else is doing or your own doing. Instill in that child the things that you believe are important for them to know, that will help them in the future, so that they don't have to struggle in the same ways that you did. That's what it's all about, right? Making sure the next generation has it easier and doesn't have to go through the same things that we went through. I believe that's what's important. And over the years, when I did get to see my son, because this is all new, there was years where I had to scratch and fight and pull and just to see him, just to see him for a weekend. A weekend. But that's not here or there. The thing is that when I did see him, I tried to encourage him, uplift him, let him know that he is a good person, and that all I want is to be a good person and to treat other people well and not disrespect people and not disrespect himself. I always tried to teach him that kind of stuff. So now, when I did talk to him, I can see the fruits of that in his eyes and his behavior. He's a well-mannered person, and I don't think that's because of me. I just think it's when you tell children things that are not about ego or not about what your own biases. If you just tell them the truth about the world within their understanding, you don't got to give them all the facts and all the whatever. They're kids. You can't just lay it on them like that. But if you give them the truth within their understanding about how life works and how they're going to be able to get ahead if they just do these simple things that maybe you weren't even told through no fault of whoever raised you, right? It's just we can't teach what we weren't taught. So I wasn't taught certain things, but the things that I was taught helped me, for better or worse. So I just want to let you guys know, if you're not getting to see your child right now, the sun will rise again on that relationship. You just don't know when. But know and be prepared for that, for when it does happen. Know that it will happen and be prepared for when it does. Have your life in order. Have things kind of, put in place to where when you do get to see your child again, it's under great circumstances and you're not struggling to do the basic things, because it's an important job. And honestly, I was never really equipped to do it. So the fact that I don't get to see my son, yeah, it's not through something. It's through mostly through things that I did many years ago. But you can't lie, cheat, and steal when you're younger and expect that there's not going to be consequences and repercussions later. Whether or not you find God, people don't care if you found God. They don't care if you're trying to get better. They only remember what you used to be. So don't fault them for that. Just know and be prepared. Anyway, hope you guys have a good one and talk to you soon. Bye.